So in previous session, we have seen how we can write comments, how what are the special characters we have. So same way you have different kind of operators also. So these operators like we divide in multiple parts like arithmetic operator or logical operators like you can say comparison operator or string operators, logical operators and simple case operators, search case operators, null operators, different kind of thing. So we'll see all these operators with examples so in this session. Okay, so one by one. So like we know, like whenever you want to do some arithmetical calculations in our data set, we can use these operators. Or when I want to compare my data sets, the field values, we can use comparison operators. So let's see how these operators we're going to use and what we can do. So whenever I'm writing a SQL statement, the first statement should be my load statement. Nothing but, so let's, if I am going to build a dashboard, so I need to get data set from somewhere. So that data set, what based on this data set, I am going to visualize my dashboard. So first, I have to load my data set. So this is my first statement always to load data set, the data set. So load is nothing but a keyword you can say. So which helps me to load the data set. So it writes, this is my name stream. Okay, like if you see the example I was writing here, let me show you that q equal to load this one. That means this is my dataset name which is going to be loaded. So let's see how I am going to do this. Okay, let me leave it everything. I'm going to start from the starting or creating a dashboard, and then we'll manipulate that dashboard with my SQL statement. I'm going to create a dashboard here. I have chosen dashboard as a blank dashboard. So now I'm taking a widget of type chart, and here I'm loading a data set which I say DTC opportunity. Now let me go to my query editor to see how it looks like. If you go to query mode, now you see my data set what I have selected, it's got loaded. And every SQL statement what you see, it will start with my load. Load is nothing but you can say keyword which helps me load a data set. And all SQL queries start with a load statement. If you do not have load statement, you will not get the data to this data set. So every SQL statement will start with load statements. Nothing but load is a keyword which helps me to load my data set. Okay. Now in this dashboard, what I am doing, I am just showing the total number of rows. But what I want to do, I want to build some different kind of thing. Don't worry, each keyword what we have, I'll talk about each and in detail, but let me go with examples so that you will understand in easily. Okay, I want to build one dashboard like this, for example. So how I can do, so I will start with the grouping example. For example, in this opportunity data set, I want to show you the opportunity based on the stage name. So like if you see in the opportunity, I have different kind of stages. So like prospecting, qualification, like this. So I want to see how many opportunities I have in prospecting, how many opportunity I have in qualifications, like this. So how I am going to do grouping here. So whenever I want to do grouping, what I can do, I can use keyword group. So group nothing but it helps me to group the data in a data stream by one or multiple fields. I'll show you first with one field how I'm going to do grouping. Then you'll go to with multiple field how am I going to do grouping. Okay. So to do that, I'm directly going to this query mode. I'm going to write my grouping statement here. So you can see here, I have loaded my data set using my load statement. Then I'll do grouping. So group nothing but a keyword which will help me. So as I said, every name string, like here I gave name as q, you can write anything. So every subsequent statement is going to use that. It's nothing but my data what I have. This is my stream of data. Okay. So now I want to group this name string, or you can say my data to my stage name. Okay. So based on the stage, I want to do grouping. So like as I said, my grouping going to be stage name, which is going to look something like this. Let me show you that, something like this. Okay. So how I'm going to grouping my report with this stage name simply. Okay, this is quite easy. Okay, so we have to understand the different keywords, how I'm going to use it. So now, if I go to this with what I want to group, I want to group with my stage name simply. Okay. So now group by, okay, so we can see group by, I have to put group this name stream by what? Okay, group by nothing, but you can say it's a keyword for us now. Okay. So now let me see. I want to group by which field? So now you can search the field here. Let's say I want to group by stage. So you can see there is a dimension field stage. I can group by this. I copy this API name and I am going to use here. Simply, I am going to put it here. Group by stage. And this stage, when I say, it's nothing but my identifier. So these are case sensitive. And each statement should end with semicolon. I did this much thing, nothing else. Now just click on run query. What is going to happen? Let's see. Okay, now you can see it is showing you something 18, 47, 32, something, correct? Now I want to see what are the stages for this 18. What is this 18 count? What, which field, or which stage name? Okay, so then you can see we have something called for each. So what is this for each keyword? Let's understand that. Okay, so for each is a keyword which is going to apply the set of expression to every row in dataset. For example, on this dataset I have 500 records, for example, or 1000 records. You can see all the record count I have shown here. 1000 records we have. So for each nothing but just think I'm looping on each record, like how you use the for each loop. I'm just relating with the Apex so that you can easily understand how you use the for loop. Okay, so it applies to every row in dataset. Okay, so now this action often referred to, like technically we can call it as a projection also. So now when you do the for each, we can generate like on like you can use in a group data, or you can use it on group data. Anywhere you can use this for each. Now I have a group data here, and in this group data I'm going to use this for each. So we can access the fields directly also in this, whatever the field we have in this data set. Okay, so now I'm once I group this for this data set what I have, or you can say this name stream what I have, I'm going to apply on each record. What I want to display some field name. So this record I want to generate as, how I want to generate as, I have a field called stage that I want to display. Okay, so to display what I do here, I have a field stage. You can just copy the API name. I want to generate, see, I want to show the stage name here, correct? And then right now I'm nothing showing here. So generate the stage. How you want to write? So you want to give this name as stage or stage name, whatever you want, you can write. So simply I can say, okay, this is nothing but generate as stage name. Okay, this is one part I did. Let me give a comma. Okay, so this is nothing but, you just think it's one field or one column here. Let me run query, see how it looks like now. Then you'll understand. See, now what I did, I'm just displaying my stage name. I'm generating these records this way. So what is this first one? This stage name nothing but how I want to display, on which field, or you can say which dimension field you want. The API name I copied and I kept here. Okay. So now you can see prospecting. I have 18 record, qualification 47 records, and close last 122 record on these data sets simply. Okay, this is the simplest way to use a grouping. I can group by a single field. Also, I'll show you how I'm going to group with multiple fields. Now, if I go to my chart, now let's see how it looks like. See, now you can see my prospecting is 18, qualification is 47, need analysis, some different kind of data, correct? So that's the easiest way to start with my SQL statements, where you can see the grouping, how we use, what is the use of for each, what is the load. Same way you can see the limit keyword. As you know, whenever I want to limit number of rows, I can simply use limit statements, like in SOQL, how we use limit. Same concept here. So in my data set, I may have 5,000 records, but I just need only first 2,000 records. If I do not want, I can remove it also. Okay, let's see if I remove it. Let me run query. That's also fine. You can see, then my record will change accordingly depending on what kind of data I have. I just click on run query. So in the next session, we will see what more we can do on this SQL statement and how like if you see here right now, my data, how display, I'm not liking. I want, okay, let's sort in descending order or ascending order, or I want to show with some more comparison. Instead of only one grouping, I want to show it the multiple grouping. How we can do that, we'll see in the next session. Thank you. Stay tuned for next session.